Hi, I'm Victoria.
Hi, I'm Elena.
And this is a video on the 4 parenting styles. The first one we'll discuss is the authoritarian parent. They're controlling, they're rigid, and their word is law. They value strict, unquestioning obedience from their children, and they don't tolerate disagreement. This type of parenting style is one that you want to avoid. There's no warmth or nurturing. They don't give their children options, and they punish without explanation. This causes the child to have no self-discipline when they get older. It causes the child to not be able to comprehend cognitively how to set limits for themselves and to set personal standards. The child is withdrawn, not sociable, and not friendly. The girls are dependent, and the boys are usually hostile when they grow older.
Are you an authoritative parent? Authoritative parents exercise control over their children without being controlling. They set rules and guidelines for their children and expect them to follow them, but they also recognize that there has to be flexibility there as well. They are also very loving and affectionate, but have no fear that their emotions will interfere with their ability to discipline their children. Children raised by these types of parents are usually grow up to be very social, very independent, and are very respectful of other people. Are you a permissive parent? In some ways, a permissive parent can be viewed as better than the authoritative parent that we just previously discussed. They are extremely loving and affectionate, but they set no guidelines for their children.
Mommy, why are you not eating
and sometimes, there are no consequences for their children's actions. And sometimes these children can grow up to be less social and less independent than those raised by the authoritative parents.
Okay, and the last one is the uninvolved parent. If you just heard the child speaking, talking to his mother, and the mother never responded, that is a perfect example of an uninvolved parent. This type shows no interest in their children, they're indifferent, and they're rejecting. They only see their role as a parent to feed, to clothe, and to provide shelter for their children. It's also a form of neglect, and this is also a parenting style that you want to avoid. An example of an authoritarian parent is like if a child would be going to church on Sunday and they're walking to the car, and it's a 3-year-old girl, and she's walking to the car and she falls and she dirty up her Sunday clothes. And her mom, instead of explaining to her what happened and seeing that she's a child and she makes mistakes, she would actually fuss at her and punish her and tell her that she can't have a snack after church, which is what they normally do. And the other children would go out and have something for a snack, and she wouldn't because she messed up her clothes. That is a type of authoritarian parent. They just rigid and cold. Their word is law, and they don't show nurturing and concern toward their children.
For the authoritative parent, I'm going to use a snack example. Instead of allowing a child to have all of the snacks, if they went for all of them, they would allow them to have one in moderation and explain to the child why they could only have one, that they're tasty, but the healthier choice would just to have one piece of candy, rather than the permissive parent that would allow the child to have all of them, and it would be unlimited amount of candy.
Thank you. That is our video, and that is the 4
parenting styles.
Yes. And
our question to you
is,
what do you think is the best parenting styles out of the 4?
Thank you.